Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Days and welcome to this very different video. I had an idea not that long ago about doing some sort of Royal Rumble, but I couldn't figure out how was I going to do this Royal Rumble. Because obviously it's iconic that we're getting, and historic that we're getting, the first ever Women's Royal Rumble. But it got me thinking, it's such a shame there's so many great women's wrestlers in the past that haven't had chance to compete in a Royal Rumble. I would love to book my own fantasy Royal Rumble, Women's Royal Rumble. And if it came out well, then maybe we could do different Royal Rumbles. You know, Royal Rumbles using, you know, legends from the 90s, Royal Rumbles using legends from the 80s, or, I don't know, could do absolutely anything. So, yeah, I kind of thought, well, let's try and play around with this. I can't use Mattel figures, because 99% of the people that are in this video don't have Mattel figures, so I can't use figures. So I thought, well, the only thing to do is to try and edit something. So, yeah, I've sort of edited something together. And then what I thought would be really cool is we'll get down to the final 5, final 4, and you can choose the winner. How about that? So I think what I'll do is I'll put the names of the final 4 or final 5, whatever we get to, and then the name with the most likes is the person that ends up winning this. So if you want to see who has won this Royal Rumble, jump down to the comments, or, you know, if you're watching this on a device like the PlayStation, which I don't think shows comments, then you can just pick your own winner. So yeah, I just thought it'd be something a little bit different. Try it, it'll be a little bit fun. So let's get straight to it, because the first entrant is coming out in my fantasy female Royal Rumble. Woo! So the first person out is the fabulous MOOLAH. The fabulous MOOLAH was the women's champion from the 1950s through to the 1980s. She held that title for 28 years. The person that she lost it to is out at number 2, WENDI RICHTER. We get a taste again of one of the most important matches in women's wrestling history. I think it was the Fall Brawl to end it all. It was shown on MTV in 1984, and that 28-year reign came to an end. Nia Jax in the ring goes to work on both of these women that haven't competed against someone of Nia Jax's size. Out comes Mildred Burke, the women's champion from the 1930s through to the 50s, and also Mae Young. Mae Young comes out, obviously the Mae Young Classic, named in her honour. All of them trying to work together to eliminate Nia Jax, but they can't do it. It can't be done. Nia Jax cleans house and waits for who comes next. Asuka is next. Asuka sadly has drawn an early number, but what a mouth-watering clash this is. Asuka one-on-one with Nia Jax, neither woman being able to get much of an advantage, but they're joined very quickly by Io Shirai. Io Shirai, widely regarded as the best female wrestler in the world right now. Both of them trying to eliminate Nia Jax. Becky Lynch comes in and also tries to help out the 2 Japanese competitors, and they are successful. The 3 of them manage to eliminate Nia Jax. That's a massive threat that has gone out of the Rumble. But quickly another threat emerges. Charlotte Flair comes down and obviously starts working with Becky Lynch. It's now 2 on 2. They're joined very quickly by Bayley that comes in. She also joins Becky Lynch and Charlotte, taking on the 2 Japanese competitors. Io Shirai really is giving a good account of herself. Asuka, obviously well known to the WWE Universe, is holding her own, and it's very important as to who comes next. A lot of people are expecting Sasha Banks because the 3 horsewomen are in there, but it isn't. It's Alexa Bliss, the current reigning Raw Women's Champion, comes down and sides with the 2 Japanese competitors. Why wouldn't she? You always side with Asuka. So it is 3 on 3. It is all out war. And this is absolutely fantastic. There's action all over the ring. And in comes the boss. Sasha Banks now gives the 4 horsewomen the advantage that they were looking for. Io Shirai, Asuka, absolutely shattered. They've been in there for a little while now, and they just can't hold on. The 4 horsewomen clear house. They also refuse to compete against each other. Nikki Bella is the next person out. She comes down with Brie. Brie fires off a few shots but doesn't get involved too much. They try and keep it pretty face, and Nikki just doesn't stand much of a chance. Quite quickly eliminated. But she's followed up with a massive surprise. It's Sunny! Sunny from the 90s is here. She was one of the most downloaded women in the 90s. Had a massive impact on the wrestling scene. She comes down. Doesn't stand much of a chance, doesn't really try to tell the truth. Quick slap and then runs away, eliminates herself and gets out of there. 4 horsewomen are absolutely dominant, and their dominance continues. Sensational Sherry comes down, one of the most important women's wrestlers of all time. Again, doesn't stand much of a chance. Paige comes down afterwards. She does have the other 2 from Absolution with her, but again, even they can't help her get an advantage, and it looks like the 4 horsewomen are just going to pick off these competitors one by one. CHYNA is here. CHYNA clears house. It's absolutely stunning action. Massive clotheslines everywhere. She quickly eliminates 2 of the 4 horsewomen, goes to work on the other 2. It takes her the whole 2 minutes to get rid of all 4, but she does it. A massive moment. The crowd go insane. It really is one of those I was there moments. CHYNA is out. She clears house, and Ember Moon comes down afterwards. Ember Moon does a fantastic job of holding her own against CHYNA. The current NXT Women's Champion doesn't go for any silly moves like the Eclipse, which would just be stupid in a Royal Rumble. She just keeps it ground and pound, tries to work a few shots on CHYNA, lasts the 2 minutes. Sarah Del Rey is in next. Sarah Del Rey is the coach from the Performance Center that has really helped develop the 4 horsewomen. She's worked with Ember Moon. She's worked with Asuka. She was a fantastic wrestler in her own right. She gets a moment to shine. She comes down, obviously supports Ember Moon, and we're back to 2 on 1. But CHYNA holding her own. Obviously, firm favourite here. The crowd right behind CHYNA. Next down is Lita. Lita comes down, a great reception for Lita. She tries to even up the numbers, supports CHYNA. We've now got NXT versus classic female wrestlers. It's absolutely brilliant to watch. Trish comes down and it all changes. The balance now firmly goes back to the classic wrestlers, to CHYNA, to Trish, to Lita. They definitely have the advantage. Of course, Trish is going to side with Lita, and the NXT duo are really struggling to hold on. Boos ringing out all around the arena. These girls have just come in and completely changed the Rumble. They've also eliminated some firm fan favourites. They've got rid of Trish. They've got rid of CHYNA. They've got rid of the current NXT champion, but it's all because they've given absolutely everything. There wasn't much left in that ring. So now it's these two that can just sit and wait and pick off the female stars as they come out one by one. First person to give it a go is arguably the greatest female wrestler of all time, Manami Toyota, widely regarded as the greatest. She's had about 15 5-star matches. Dave Meltzer 5-star matches in her history. Sadly, she doesn't last long, and people that know about her obviously booing and adding to the hostility that's been aimed towards the iconic duo. Beth Phoenix comes out next, again doesn't fare well, really a firm fan favourite, but again can't last. And then Miss Elizabeth, it's just cruel. Miss Elizabeth doesn't really wrestle, but she comes down waving to the crowd, and Billie Kay and Peyton Royce attack her, beat her up, don't throw her out as quickly as they could, take their time with Miss Elizabeth, really making an example out of her, drawing that heel heat. The crowd at this point want blood. And they get it. Ronda Rousey out of nowhere comes out. It's a massive moment. Ronda Rousey, the crowd are absolutely going crazy. Rousey helps Miss Elizabeth, picks her up, who's falling down, but she goes straight for the iconic duo, marches straight to them, fast strikes. The iconic duo end up eliminating themselves, falling over each other, making a right mess as they go, and it is absolutely fantastic to see. Shortly after, Bull Nakano comes out, one of the greatest 90s female stars, and she is followed by Alundra Blaze. They're both working on Ronda Rousey, but Ronda Rousey is firing shots off. Bull Nakano is kind of on the edge, looks like she's about to be eliminated. But Stephanie McMahon comes out. Stephanie McMahon comes out and is working with Ronda Rousey. She knows that Ronda is the strongest striker in there, so she's working with her. Bull Nakano and Alundra Blaze are working together. No one's really got the advantage, but you know that Ronda Rousey can turn this in a second. It all depends who the final person that comes out. Who is this final person going to be? AJ Lee, arguably the biggest female wrestler of recent years, comes out. The crowd absolutely erupts. We are talking about Mrs. CM Punk. We are talking about the woman that has won WrestleMania match after WrestleMania match, one of the longest reigning Divas champions of all time, comes out, and this is our final five. We've got AJ Lee, Bull Nakano, Alundra Blaze, Ronda Rousey, Stephanie McMahon. The winner has to come from one of these five. It's a shame that Asuka drew a number so early. She just couldn't make it towards the end. It's a shame that there's no current talent that's in there as well. But this is a fantastic final five. Who is it that wins this Royal Rumble? How does the end play out? Let me know in the comments below. So thanks a lot for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like, hit the subscribe, and hopefully see you again next time. Bye for now.